EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Escapes the defender, and taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Throwing is Hurts. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The official's letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Down inside the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down at 7. Hurts going to give this to Shipley. An excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. This rushing attack sure looks pretty effective here on this opening drive.
Yeah, they're finding gaps with very little problem right now. If this is going to consistently be this way throughout the game, there's going to be some adjustments made on the defensive side of the ball.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 22 yards for Saquon Barkley. And the Eagles are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. So they get the ball on the opening drive. They take it in for the score.
And how about setting the tone right away? Everyone talks about wanting to do that, but you always hear it in every locker room. First 5 minutes of the game, who's going to set the tone? Who's going to take control? Guess who just did?
Well, now on the next drive, when you score that quickly or you're scored that quickly against, probably feel like you need to respond.
Yeah, without a doubt. In other words, you've actually put the pressure even more so on your opponent.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it'll be 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. As they've got it as we resume action. Left side to Lamb. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Jackson now. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense, and if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Henry is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tyreek Hill, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive if they watch the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know one big play gets them right back up to that level.
Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. They bring the pressure as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ikey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as he's up to the 47. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking deep here for Chase.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jamar Chase.
52 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A very solid gain of 27.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Jackson from the shotgun. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Henry.
Our defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 7.
To throw again is Jackson.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That was a first down pickup of 8.
That's good for another Baltimore Raven. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks, you told us, end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Well, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. 1 second, all that remains.
They'll throw now on the final play. And it's incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Second half begins with a run by Henry. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
First down carry for Henry. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Throwing is Jackson. Under pressure now, he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Justin Jefferson from 8 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Luke now for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Over the middle, complete. Brad Smith. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Up the middle with Barkley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now a toss right to Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. Solid effort by Jair Alexander there defensively.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Hurts.
It's caught on the right side of Smith.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this one complete to Smith. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 12-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead.
Nothing like understanding where your escape patches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 21-17, 2:09 to play. They'll have one play, maybe two, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. Still going inside the 20.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Justin Jefferson. His second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth.
So minutes after giving up the lead in the fourth quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish.
The touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
They'll look to throw. That's complete to Chase.
What a big tackle there defensively.
One of the most difficult things for a defender to do. And think about the speed that he brought down. If he gets away, he's likely gone.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
They'll get this out to Barkley complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
First down, Eagles.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Barkley inside handoff. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here's 2nd down.
He's back to throw.
Looking deep here for Chase.
This is caught inside the 15. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here's 1st and goal.
Back to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
24.
After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Gets past one man. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now it's the Ravens' turn. Trailing by 4. 20 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Now Jackson. Connecting with Andrews.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
At the 33-yard line.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Jackson.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Well, they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here's first down. Jackson to throw.
This for all the marbles. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting into midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Baltimore, good night, everybody.
Ready for football now from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. Tonight, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Detroit Lions and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you, the All-Pro Chris Boswell with the honors. Off we go from the Steel City. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Going left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He's able to tiptoe around one tackler, but not the second. He's taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish an early lead.
Now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. Here's Williams on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They are obviously still smarting from that pick 6 a moment ago. Quick 7-0 hole. Try to start digging out now with 1st and 10. They go play action for Burrow. Now pass deep for St. Brown. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. It is a huge play for Detroit. 39 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
He'll get that into the hands of Williams. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 9. They hand it to Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So this time they're trying to use the run game to attack the boundary side of the field. And the defense is really fast in their pursuit. Really nice effort there from the backside. And they're able to bring him down this time for a loss.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. First one for Jefferson. And a first down to go with it.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again. And he's close to another first down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
Bold decision there by this quarterback to attack the guy who's already made you pay for challenging him earlier today. He trusted his guy to not only win, but to defeat man coverage, and I think he got away with one there.
Here's Gibbs. And he will get into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all time, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. The Steelers with the football to begin the second quarter. They've got it second down and 7. It's up past the 35-yard line.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. From the gun, Jackson. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A run up the middle with Warren. And this tackle there, he pushes forward, and will give him 4 yards. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball to his hands, and he does the rest.
And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, man he was looking for there. And it'll be 2nd down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Now Lamar going to hang on to it. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That is caught. What a throw. Pittsburgh.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. He fields it at the 8. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Now, Burrow. Caught by Jefferson on the right side. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
Escaping to his left. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. The Lions called their first time out, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Burrow. That's a short one, caught by Laporta.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Burrow. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And you think back earlier, remember, Mike, he threw that pick 6 in a very similar situation. So this time around, much better decision. Doesn't take any chances. Smart move to just throw that one away.
It's 3rd and 4. Burrows from out of the gun here on 3rd down. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
1st down, Detroit.
To throw is Burrow. To the right side, that's St. Brown.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They face 2nd down and 7. Back to throw. Burrow. On target to Laporta. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact, incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Bates' kick is good. And the Lions are back within 4. That's 14-10.
Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock. They don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35. The Steelers offense going to take over just before the half. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Throwing Jackson. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
The tight end, Jonnu Smith, secures it. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Steelers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll start out first down and 10. Jackson. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
So the athleticism of this tight end is pretty well documented, Mike. I mean, he can pick up yards after the catch. It's just such a rare trait for tight ends. So it's the size, it's the speed, it's the matchup problem. We got a glimpse of all of it right here.
He'll push forward for about a yard. Patrick Surtain makes the tackle.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Finding Metcalf quickly on the RPO. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
3rd and short, Jackson. That'll be caught by the running back Warren. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun. He's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
1st and 10. Play action now. Jackson. Open man is Smith. He's down. and he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Out of the pistol, Warren. He'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find the crease and hit it. He's able to pick up the first down.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. Not much there. Maybe a yard. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Off the play fake. Jackson. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Trying to keep this drive moving, but it's 3rd and 8. Here's Jackson. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Now on 4th down, the veteran Chris Boswell on for the Steelers. This a 31-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will open up a touchdown lead. It's now 17-10.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, it's Williams. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Lions offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this 2nd half. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. Off the read, here's Burrow. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Fourth quarter, and it begins with a run by Gibbs. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. I mean, whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, This offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
That's caught downfield by Jefferson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. A big one here in the fourth quarter. 36 yards. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll take this one in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. That's his second touchdown tonight. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball.
Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Austin now to return this, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with first down. Jackson looking to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender's right there with him. It brings up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He'll step up and run this. He will get this to the 35, a little short of the first down.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
A massive play here. Late, tie game, third down. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
Warren. Finding room across midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds as the clock will stop. We're stopped anyway as we've hit the 2-minute warning. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's first and 10. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Brings up second down.
Here is 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground, and he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's third down. The Lions call their first timeout. It comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Here's a big one. This third down. They'll drop to throw. incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Got the distance, and it's good. He knocks it through from long range. They move out front and take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this fourth quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. Williams now to return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Lions offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. This one, got it away. It's incomplete. Marlon Humphrey, the man there to break that one up.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
This throw taken in by Amon-Ra. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout. Get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. This is 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's close to another first down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. Is caught left side by St. Brown. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. So a big one looming for Jake Bates. This to force overtime. This one is on target, and it is good. And we are almost certainly bound for overtime.
And that's just a big-time kick right there. I mean, think about all the things running through this kicker's head. He knows if he misses it, this game's over. but he's cool, he's calm, he steps up, takes a deep breath, and he knocks it through to extend this game.
Final seconds here, overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Steelers offense headed back to take over once more. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. Jackson now. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. They took one last chance here in regulation. It does not pan out, and we are headed to overtime. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to see what they can do. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Shotgun, here's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
They'll run straight ahead with Warren. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Jackson now on 2nd down. That's over the middle and caught by Smith.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll try and get there on the ground. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. He finds Austin with the grab.
Jackson's pass to Calvin Austin. A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 4. A run out of the gun with Warren. Warren, 1st down and more. About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's 1st and goal.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
Here's Warren. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. Now here's 2nd and goal.
This defense doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face 3rd and goal.
A nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up, and they cash it in on 3rd and goal. That one, take it in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Steelers. Greg, exactly the way you want to handle it when you get the ball to start overtime.
Absolutely, Mike. You want to strike first. You understand the defense is wearing down. It's been a long game. Now you are 1 stop away from getting out of here with a huge win.
The kick is good. So an ideal start to this overtime. And now it's up to the defense to preserve a 7-point lead. So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line, and that's where the offense will take over. The Lions offense ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Burrow here on 2nd down. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout.
And it's 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 6. From out of the gun here on 3rd down. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Lions.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Burrow to throw. That's over the middle. Taken in by Laporta. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Lions.
First down throw from Burrow. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight. And it gives the team a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Second down, Burrow. The pressure's too much, and he goes down.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on second down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to third. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
Burrow now. He'll let this go towards the end zone. And they have done it. Matching touchdowns here in OT. And now they'll have a chance to win with a 2-point conversion.
Mike, what a game, but now what decision are they going to make? They find themselves down one. I think this is a no-brainer. Ball on the 2-yard line, dial up your best offensive play, and go win this game now.
Is good. That ties the game at 27.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Austin now to return this. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run the toss with Waller. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Jackson from the gun on 3rd down.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
On fourth down, it's Corliss Waitman out to punt. And he's on for a big one here in overtime. Fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. On first and 10, Burrow.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and 4. Here's Burrow. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now in that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Picked up of 11 yards on that one. First down, Detroit.
This is how I would run an offense if I was an offensive coordinator, Mike. You pack them in tight to throw, and then in this case, you spread them out wide. 4 wide receivers, make them defend the whole field, and it really opens up some run lanes inside and helps lead to that big game.
So a win for the visitors, the Lions. They knew a field goal would do it, and a pressure kick from distance was right on the money. They come away with the victory here in overtime. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.